I'm Kitty.
And I'm Max.
And this is Dango Duo!
Hey Kitty, do you like it raw?
Always!
Well, viewers, if you like it raw, tag along, because we're... that's a terrible opening. That's a terrible opening. We're getting no! Ask your doctor if Gundam Thunderbolt is right for you.
Heyo.
Hey guys, we can't... Are we keeping this? Ah, fuck.
That's what you get.
Ah, fuck.
That's what you get when you let me edit things.
Hey guys, so for a long time I've been recommending Gundam Thunderbolt. We've been recommending it in several videos. So I thought, let's make my wife sit through it!
Woo!
Whoop, whoop, whoop. This is the first Gundam thing you've ever seen.
It's true, I haven't even seen Wing.
I mean, that's a... I guess everyone in the U.S. watched Wing. Or
Everyone watched Wing
in our generation.
In this time period.
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
But I haven't seen it, so
Yeah,
I only know the birthday invitation.
Yeah.
I'll kill you.
I will kill you. So, if you don't know us, hey, we're Dango Duo. Sometimes we have openings. Today we just kind of start stumbling.
That's also half our life.
And Jesus Christ,
Stumbling.
in our review series, we like to look at things objectively. We like to give you the good. We like to give you the bad. But first, we begin as always with the summary. Kitty, what's Gundam Thunderbolt all about?
This mini-series / movie takes place during the 1-year war in which the Earth Federation and the Principality of Zeon engage in a fierce battle in the Thunderbolt Sector, a shoal zone littered with debris from destroyed space colonies named for the frequent electrical discharges. The story focuses on the Federation soldier Io Fleming as he battles Zeon's best sniper, Daryl Lorenz.
I don't know if it's possible for anyone to be unfamiliar with Gundam while still knowing that anime exists.
Yeah, it's one of
But
the oldest.
if you don't know, Gundam is the granddaddy of what
Mecha.
someone may call, real mecha. You know, it's stories about giant robots as opposed to super robots. About, robots used usually in warfare, and and Gundam is ultimately a story about war.
I mean, when did the first one come out? Was it 70s or 80s?
76, I think.
76,
I think. Yeah, because it's Gundam 76.
Yeah, there we go.
There you go.
This has been around longer than the two of us have been born.
Yeah. Supposedly.
Supposedly.
So,
Yeah, I'm secretly 40, don't worry.
Wait, hold on! Damn!
Getting into my 60s, I tell ya.
Jesus Christ. Alright, so now you know. Gundam equals robots equals war and stories and other stuff's in there. Kitty, what did you like the most about this mini-series? And movie?
Anime can look this good?
We
What
watched the
the
Blu-ray
fuck?
release of Thunderbolt.
What the fuck is it allowed?
Oh, I should actually clarify because someone might be wondering, someone who has no idea what... this is a compilation movie of 6 25-minute episodes just combined into one
Smushed
movie
together
with
with
a little
a-
bit of new animation.
Thrown in between some of the scenes and stuff.
And we watched the Blu-ray release and...
Holy shit, what the fuck?
It looks fucking gorgeous.
It's so beautiful. The not anime style works so well. The fucking soundtrack just fits so well with the visual. Just what the fuck?
Can anime look this good?
Can Sunrise Make Love Live look this good?
No.
No, of course not.
Answer is no. This is also made by Sunrise, which
Yes.
also makes Love Live. Mm-hmm. This, and I love that you brought up the point that we used to say to compliment Attack on Titan, where at any point during Gundam Thunderbolt, you can just pause the video and make yourself a fantastic wallpaper because it's so
Every
good.
frame is beautiful, and what the hell?
And the thing that you mentioned, I want to clarify that, like, you said that it's a non-anime style, and what she means by that is that people's proportions and faces are actually more realistic than anime style.
Yeah.
We have cheekbones and jawlines, which is
Defined
crazy.
jawlines,
Yeah.
noses.
Yeah. Which we associate a lot with, like, the JoJo style.
Yeah,
of
it's
people with actual facial structures.
It's very. For when I was first watching it, I was like, "This is very JoJo," which, not anime typical. Let's say.
Yeah. Anything else besides the anime looking fucking gorgeous?
This isn't in your positives, but damn, the music is good.
The music is really, really, really good.
Yeah, those two sad songs, damn.
Yeah, no. This a lot of the music in this anime comes from a resurgence of jazz in Japan, almost a revival of like 1960s American jazz, sung by Japanese bands, and they do a fantastic job of not only bringing in the sadness, but also giving a lot of personality, I guess, of
heart,
of intimacy to the story.
Yeah.
The lyrics in there do a lot of things that are very similar to classical jazz, of lyrics that have you and I.
Yeah.
Very personal, intimate lyrics. Now, as for my positives, aside from the music being fucking great, look up "Oh God, I'm Alone," which is probably the best song in the whole soundtrack.
That song's crazy.
And I love that, like, the first time that song comes on, you only hear the first 10 seconds of it before something happens and you get interrupted.
Yeah.
And it doesn't come back until the end. Oh, it's so good. It's so good. Now, I want to add on to Kitty that when I originally watched it, I watched it at 720p, and it looked good. Blu-ray, though? Jesus fuck, it looks so good!
It's so beautiful, holy shit.
Now, that being said, what about this story? Gundam Thunderbolt is at its core a war story. And it's the good kind of war story, where both sides get to talk about their point of view, you get to see them as human beings.
Rather than goody versus baddie.
Yeah, exactly. And even though Gundam sometimes fails at giving both sides their fair share, re the original Gundam series, where even though Zeon's point of view was kind of presented as being kind of understandable, for all intents and purposes, the Principality of Zeon just became like space Nazis. Let's just be entirely honest. That's where it ends up being. Thankfully, since this is on one side of the 1 year war, we don't have any of that in here. We have Zeon soldiers who are completely seen as people. You get to see how raggedy their team is. Their unit is called Dead Men...
Dead something.
Dead Men Walking, I think?
Living Dead something.
The Living Dead unit.
Yeah.
And, like, you have soldiers who have lost their limbs. You get to see, like, their flashbacks evolving. That we have conversations about PTSD.
Oh, that scene where, like, he gets in the not Gundam for the first time and has that flashback of having limbs. Like, holy shit.
It's so good. And we have a really good escalation of people. Okay, how do I say this? You have people who are fighting over the same territory, and we have a moment later in the story where people realize that both sides fighting right now grew up in that colony. Mm-hmm. Both sides are fighting over the place they used to call home.
The debris floating in space that they once called home.
Yeah. And that's fucking sad. And there's a lot of interpersonal going back and forths. Mm-hmm. You know, who is right in this struggle? And because it's war, nobody's fucking right.
Everybody's wrong and right.
And I really appreciate the conversations or the points of conversation that are brought up with the commander on the Federation side.
Yeah.
Who struggles with the reality that she's sending people to die.
Especially young people who should have their whole life ahead of them. Yeah. She's sending them into battle to be gunned down.
Yeah. And people talk about, like, the deconstruction of a genre, but, like, I feel like this does a better job than other stories. Evangelion. That he's like, oh, what does it mean to have children in a cockpit? Don't worry about it. But in this one here, you have at one point, like, okay, new pilots are coming in with neo freaking gym suits.
Oh yay! Good job, guys.
Like, they're all 14.
They're all children.
And like, you realize all these fucking kids.
Most of these kids are just gonna die. Because it's war.
Yeah, and you literally have someone saying, like, these are just your meat shields, basically.
Yeah.
That's all they do. And now on the topic of this being raw. You have probably, and when I say this is ultimately a war story, what I mean is that you have the raw nature of what actually happens in war.
The best trope.
Yeah, of someone getting cut off mid-sentence. Mm-hmm. Of someone being like, oh, we have to find so-and-so, and then you just, like, the radio static goes off and you see their mech explode.
Oh, my favorite is, like, when they would show, like, little parts of the screen where the two were talking to each other, and as one Gundam unit would get, like, sniped, that part of the screen would just, like, cut back to the background, because indicating that, they ain't talking no more.
That feed is gone.
Yeah.
And a lot of people shouting, like, the name of whoever just got shot.
Oh, it's the commander, what do we do? And then...
Yeah, no, okay, real talk, though, okay? Like, a slight spoiler. The scene when all the 14-year-olds finally get to go and fight.
Oh, that's raw.
And seeing them panic when they realize, oh shit, we have to do this shit for real.
And also, like, as soon as, like, one character dies,
Yeah.
everyone else freaks out. They're like, they were the commander. What the fuck are we gonna do now?
And there's the one kid in the sidelines going, no, we just have to do it like we did in training, guys.
And then... Yeah.
It's raw as fuck. Some might argue, a little too raw.
Some might argue.
But I think that it's effective. It's not an easy watch, as we're about to talk in a second. But this here is a story about war that gives everybody their fair moment in the spotlight.
And also shows the brutality, the pointlessness of war.
The pointlessness of war. And I think that right there, I don't want to call it the pinnacle of a war story. Because I think a war story fails when you mix it about the good guys winning.
Yeah.
And when you realize the amount of loss of life that goes into
loss
war,
of yourself, even
and
if you live.
Yeah, and that's why and there's a little speech that happens between two people at the end of this story that I really like. But unfortunately, the Blu-ray release decides to screw up. So let's go over to the bad. Kitty, what did you dislike the most about Gundam Thunderbolt?
This is more of a, like, nitpick or a fair warning. I got through it fine, but this anime will definitely be hard to watch for some people. It is, as we were talking about, raw. There's characters you meet, you like, they die within, like, the same 10 minutes period. Characters going through PTSD, characters giving up things for war that ultimately, make them not happy. It just, helps them win a battle, but the war keeps going.
And not only the people who hate war but are still fighting, you also have the people who love being in war.
Exactly.
And who find a morbid sense of meaning through this endless killing. And one of them is your main character. One of your main characters.
Yeah. So that's mostly a fair warning to anyone who is interested in this.
This is not an upper. This is a downer.
Well, this is a big downer.
Because
it's a big fucking downer.
Like, you can't end this. You can't have a story about war and the pointlessness of war end with a happy note.
Everyone got together and they saved the whole colony and the debris. It's all good. No one died. The end.
I really feel like this is like an example of how fiction can be a powerful means with which we can understand real world things. And I know that I'm blowing Gundam Thunderbolt a little bit too hard, I guess. But I really like this story, and I feel like it does a really good job at making you go, oh yeah, fuck, war's fucking pointless, isn't it?
War's the stupidest thing that mankind has ever done.
It is. But now,
yeah,
it might be a little hard to watch. You may want to, maybe...
Cuddle up with the cat.
Cuddle up with your cat, you have to watch it in one sitting.
God, I could not imagine waiting for this, week to week or whatever.
No, you have to watch it in one sitting.
Just watch the whole movie.
If you are to watch it, I actually would recommend watching the individual episodes. They are the same stuff you're going to see in the movie.
With, two less scenes.
There's 2 less scenes. Or rather, the Blu-ray release adds 2 more scenes. By the way, if you want to watch the movie and you want to see what we're talking about specifically, it's Gundam Thunderbolt December Sky. That is the compilation movie, but you can also just watch the 6 episodes.
Yeah.
December Sky adds a final scene after the end that I actually think really ruins the overall feel of the episodes.
Yeah, especially the ending.
And this is a great example for anyone out there who's interested in writing advice of how sometimes less is more. Because the ending Gundam Thunderbolt in the conversation between these 2 characters as it happened in the episodes
makes way more sense.
Is way more effective, and it completely closes the story. There's another 6 episodes of Gundam Thunderbolt. There's Gundam Thunderbolt 2, I guess you could say, that follows it up. Everyone agrees it's nowhere near as good as this one. And honestly, I finished this and I was satisfied. I was completely happy with that ending, and I came out of it super happy. The additional 3 minutes that the Blu-ray release ad really, really take away from it. I feel like it just completely just undoes a lot of the goodness. And it completely overlooks the final message that conversation leaves.
Yeah. And it just is like, oh, wait, we need to, show exactly what happened to tie into the next season.
Yeah, we need to give you the hook for you to go and buy the other Blu-ray release.
Yeah.
Which is stupid, and I don't like it.
It's not good.
It really isn't good.
It takes away a lot.
Thankfully,
honestly.
you can just still mentally cut it off at the end of that conversation. That is literally... It pains me because it's such a good conversation.
Yeah.
Of like
characters realizing,
yeah.
The whole trope, but done right of, we're not so different, you and I.
Well, but even more than the trope, it's this conversation of like, yeah, we can eventually find victory and succeed, but we will be changed forever, so we may not know the peace that we are building for the future. Mm-hmm. It's a little bit summarized, but there you go.
Cliff Notes version.
Overall, moving over to the recommendation side, one of the things that I feel like sometimes we're bad at clarifying this, because we bring up a positive and a negative, it doesn't mean that they even each other out. We're just looking at different perspectives, at different points of view, to try to better explain our opinion. Because our opinions are all biased. We can try to be as objective as we can.
But in the end, we have negatives and positives that are personal to us.
And I think that giving the positive and the negative is a great way to give you the range of what we think is the highest and what we think is the lowest.
Exactly.
And that way you can kind of, come in with more knowledge than you would otherwise.
Find your middle ground and say, oh, yes, I want to watch this because this, or no, I don't want to watch this because this.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Now, all of this considering all of this stuffs, would we recommend Gundam Thunderbolt episodes 1 through 6 or December Sky?
Yeah.
This is so I want to watch it again.
If you want to cry, if you want to feel bad.
Do you like it raw?
Then Gundam Thunderbolt is for you.
Oh man. Oh, it's so... Oh, like, your reactions while watching it were so good.
It's just me going, oh god.
Oh god.
Oh god.
Yeah. Like
every fight scene.
Yeah. Also, we're completely overlooking at how, like, the Gundam designs in this are fucking great. You have,
they're
like,
so cool.
The Psychosaku and the freaking Full Armor Gundam are, like, the cool... Like, that thing in the fight when the Full Armor Gundam takes off the armor is the coolest thing!
It looks like the old school Gundam.
Yeah, because it's the granddaddy Gundam underneath all that armor.
Yeah.
The fight scenes are the coolest thing. The animation is amazing.
And I really did like the main character of the Zeon.
Yeah, Daryl. So there you go. Our thoughts on Gundam Thunderbolt. If you're interested in more...
I just realized this is the most incredibly ironic thing, considering we have a thunderstorm literally while we're recording this.
Yeah, we have if you could hear the rain in the background, you probably can't.
No.
But, first thunderstorm in, like, years, huh?
It's been a few years. I'm terrified of thunder, so that's great.
Really?
I hate it.
Kitty, but...
Thunder is loud. I don't like it.
Okay.
Lightning sets things on fire. I don't like it.
But it's raining. It's fine.
But I'm terrified.
Kitty,
we all have irrational fears. We won't talk about my other one.
What's your other irrational...
Yeah.
Oh, come on! Well, yeah, but there's parts of your of our primitive human, still, I guess, cave person mind that are terrified of things like that. Of course, I don't think it's irrational. I mean, I don't think it's irrational because it is those mechanisms that have allowed us to survive for centuries. The human beings who didn't have that instinct of, ooh, maybe I shouldn't stand next to the edge of this cliff, and
didn't live,
and develop things like vertigo, are the ones who didn't live to be here.
Yep. Then don't make fun of my fear of thunder and lightning.
Oh, no. I guess I always rationalize it as, like, the odds of that hitting me are fucking silly.
But there is an odd. See, that's how I always rationalize.
That's dumb. That's dumb.
This is how
your fears are dumb.
Your fears are dumb.
You're right. Hey, guys. We're Dango Duo. What if thunder struck right now? What if it struck us right now?
No!
It's fine. Thunderbolts, or as I like to call them, God's drive-by shooting.
Jesus.
Just God's like, fuck this person, bang.
And then like 10 years later, he's like, oh shit, it's that guy again. Have you heard of that? People being struck by lightning twice?
Yeah, that's silly.
Yeah.
That's silly. That's when you know that someone wants you dead.
Some other power of some sort Even if it's just the weather.
That's the timeline trying to fix itself.
It's like, oh shit, I didn't fucking kill him the first time.
Hey guys, we're Dango Duo. Links in the description down below for more of our bullshit. Subscribe, tag along. And also if you want to support us, we have an Amazon wishlist below, Twitter links,
Coffee.
and a coffee. And the number one place to support us is that patreon.com/DangoDuo. Pledge $1. Watch these reviews early and get a shout out like the following people:
Alexa Hoshi.
Amelia,
Angela.
Erasos,
Leah.
and Luna.
And Sam.
Sound. Whoop, 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 whoop.
Do you hear the sound
So.
of our cat's noise?
Shout out.
Shout out.
Shout outs.
I'm petting this cat.